Hey Flosstube, it is Michelle from Made by Michelle McGraw, and this is Flosstube number 54. It is June 15th, 2021, and I have restarted this 3 times. True story. So, I've had dogs misbehaving. So, let me first off thank everybody for the very, very, very nice comments about my friend Paige, who is battling lung cancer. Hospice has been called in and they are assisting her through this last stage for however long that is. I don't know. She doesn't know. She has some really good days and some really not so good days. So thank you for all of the kind words and the prayers. I really appreciate it. I had lots of people talk about family members or their battles with cancer, and cancer sucks. So that's all I can say about that. Cancer sucks. But thank you. Thank you for the support. I was supposed to film last week. I try to do every 2 weeks, and my youngest had driver's ed. So I was taking him back and forth to driver's ed all week long. It's a full week class from 8 to 2 every day. And we live in the country, so it's not just a run around the block. It takes us a little bit to get there, takes us a little bit to get back. So it just didn't happen last week. So here I am. I do have 10 fully finishes. I have some finishes. I have 2 whips, I have haul, I have my giveaway, and we're just gonna jump in. So, yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the first fully finish is November from Prairie Schooler. And this I stitched in 2019, I started it. I had worked down to the top of the house and I put it up on the shelf, and when I pulled it back out, I realized it was going to be too large for my dough bowl, but I really liked the project. So I ended up ripping out the house and just kind of ending the pattern below the birds. And it says, dull November brings the blast, then the leaves go whirling past. So I really liked that. And I like a lot of their sayings. You can break them up and make them smaller. I could even go back in and do the house separately. So I really like that. I was able to make this into a fully finish. And there it is. This was stitched on 14 count driftwood heritage with the called for. So that is the front. And then there's my backing material with my tag. And I just really like that this is a nice fall piece into Thanksgiving. So a lot of these I finished last year or changed. That one I didn't. I stitched mostly that, but I changed that into making it smaller this year. Some of these that you'll see were stitched last year, and I am fully finishing them this year. I have a bunch that I just stitched last year and I didn't do anything with them. So I am trying to work my way through those. So you'll see a lot of those that you haven't seen in a while, but they're fully finished. So next up was a little one that I had made for my cross stitch board. Years ago, I stitched it out of a book. I'm not sure which book it was. I stitched this because I liked them. There's 2 of them. I finished them similar. But I never found like the 3rd and 4th pattern to match it to go on my cross stitch boards. If you have never seen my cross stitch boards, I have a special edition floss tube. I will link it below. That is special edition cross stitch boards. I want to say it's somewhere in the 30s, 35, 34, somewhere in there, but I will link it down below so that if you wanted to see the cross stitch boards, you could see how I made those and all that. I never found 2 other patterns to match these, so I made them into small pillows. So there's my cornucopia. I finished it with some flannel plaid fabric. There's my little tag. And then this one came out of the same book, and it was stitched on the same oatmeal fabric. These have been stitched for a long time, but they finally are going to be used. So, how did I have them? 2 hands. So those will go in my dough bowl together. So I really like those for Thanksgiving as well. Nice fall ones. Okay, the next one needs a little bit of explanation. This is from Universal Monster Sal from the Witchy Stitcher. She was on Etsy. I know she has her own website. I'm not sure if she's still on Etsy or just has her own website now. But this was a Sal that she did. I started it back when the Sal started 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't remember. And I loved it. I got behind on the Sal, didn't work on it. And at the end of the Sal, she came out with an amazing black and white version that she gave everybody for free. Well, if you bought the pattern, obviously. I loved it. I loved it. I kept thinking about it, loved it, adored it, because the Universal Monsters are all old black and white movies. That's where they came from. Now, of course, they've been updated because you have vampires and you have the Phantom of the Opera, you have Wolfman. They've all been updated, and you have movies now, but they originally were black and white movies. I loved the black and white version. I ended up restarting it on a different material, on a smaller count in the black and white. Loved it, adored it. I put this whip over to the side because I still like it. I like the whole pattern. I like the whole theme, but I was more thrilled with the black and white version. Like, that just spoke to me. So I kind of had this sitting, didn't know what I was going to do with it. And I finally decided, as I was kind of cleaning my craft room, I'm not going to finish this version. So I still had a lot of stitching done. And I was like, I'm going to make it into a pillow. So I tell you this, that if you have abandoned a whip, look and see, can you make it into a pillow? Can you make it into a mini that you would still save your stitching that you've done? I don't know. It worked for me, I think. That's the top of the mansion, which I had done. The ghosts are in glow-in-the-white DMC thread. And let me give you an up close. So I was able to salvage this. I did have to do a little bit of ripping because I had the rooms that came down. I ripped that out, and I was able to make this into a pillow. And I really, really like the way it turned out. There's my backing fabric with my tag. So I really, really like this. I did have people ask, I've had several questions ask how I get my pillows so tightly stuffed. I use lizard litter, which I've talked about before, but I do use some polyfill. Like, this is my hole that I sewed closed. There's polyfill up here in these corners to keep them pressed out, because you can't get the lizard litter to go up into the corners, if that makes sense. So like, as you're stuffing, you wouldn't be able to get lizard litter up here. So I do put a little bit of polyfill, but it's mostly lizard litter. And that's how I get my corners. And I do like mine stuffed. So as you can see, I like the lizard litter because of the weight. It's quite weighty. It will stand up on its own on a flat surface. I'm not really holding it and it's standing up on my hand. So they do stand up nicely. I have a tiered stand that I like to put them on, and they do stand up. I do not use lizard litter for my ornaments. It's too heavy. So keep that in mind. But if you're using it for a dough bowl, I really like the weight. Some people don't like their pillows stuffed, super, super stuffed. I do. Some people like a more squishy pillow. So it's whatever you like. Some people like a very primitive, where you could even, instead of stuffing with polyfill, you would stuff with like scraps from your sewing, and it's a very primitive finish. It's whatever you like to do. All right, my next finish, this is a free pattern, and I cannot remember who it is from. It is a Russian company, and the name has evaded me. If you're interested, I will put it, Owl Forest. Sorry, there we go. Owl Forest. It was a free pattern, and I really liked the pumpkin coach. Let me move my hand. And I stitched that last year, and I fully finished it. So I added a little pin with this really pretty owl. It's like a half owl face. I just thought it was really pretty. I also did not use any ribbon on this, but I used a decorative stitch. There it goes, it focuses. So I used, that's my sewing machine. So I just stitched up among the seam just to kind of give it a fancier finish, but I didn't want a ribbon, if that makes sense. I finished this with plaid flannel. It was a pack that I got, a fat quarter pack from Fat Quarter Shop of plaids, and I love this plaid. So that's my finish. That will be another autumn pillow. Okay, this is Oh My Gourd from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and I stitched this, I think I stitched this last year. I hadn't finished it. I finally fully finished it. I did not do trim on this one. I could not find trim that just really called to me. So I thought no trim. I love this. Now what doesn't show up is this is actually confetti fabric. Can you see the confetti on the white there? Showing up there. It's a nice background to the fabric, but it's not overwhelming. And it's not showing up on camera, but like it does have orange and yellows in it. Very, very lightly. So I think it's Fabric Flare Confetti. And I used the called for colors. And then this is my backing fabric. Some more of the plaid from that, that's a fuzzy. More of that plaid from that Fat Quarter bundle that I bought from Fat Quarter Shop. I don't know the name of it, but it's flannel. So I don't know if that helps anybody if you're interested. Keeping on the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery way, this is Which Better Have My. And I had finished this last year into a cube. I wasn't crazy about the cube finish that I did. I wasn't crazy about my backing. Although what I really like about a cube finish, and if you don't know a cube finish, go Google Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. They have a video on how they do it. Super easy. It's done with pins and you can change it. That's the great thing about it. I had taken mine apart and knew I wanted to do something different. So, you know, I did a pillow, and this is Which Better Have My candy. So I used the Fabric Flare Cobweb fabric, which you can see just on the sides. I mean, you can see it throughout, but that's a colorful one. And I trimmed it with some black chenille. This is actually the velvet yarn. It's a little bit bigger. I found this at Michael's. And then I backed it with some of the gray check material from Chelsea's Checks. So that's a cute look. I love these little sayings from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. They're super cute. This next one is another one I finished last year, and I stitched this on, I think it's it's either 28 or 32 count weeks gingham. And this is from Cherry Hill Stitchery. I don't think it's Studios. It might be Cherry Hill Studios. I will link it. And this is a pretty autumn one. Love that. I enjoyed stitching this a lot, and I like the finish. So there's my finish, and there's my backing fabric. Really, really cute one. So that's another one that I finished. All right, this is one that I stitched a while ago. Excuse me. I had not fully finished it. I was going to frame it, and then I decided it was going to be a pillow for my dough bowl. And this, I don't remember the name of this pattern, but it says, I wanted to be a witch for Halloween, but my mother-in-law wouldn't lend me her broom. So I liked how that turned out. These were supposed to be beads. I did not do beads. I did eyelet stitches in the bead colors. So it just took like it was colored beads from the pattern, but I just used stitches on there. This is my backing fabric, which is like all kinds of Halloween advertisements. I really like that. Okay, and my final finish is Autumn Sampler from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And this is a bigger pattern. I cut this pattern down to 4 squares. I want to go in and do more 4 squares on the same fabric, but I've gotten one done. This is Speckled Hen by Fabric Flare. And there it is. And I just picked some squares, put them together. And I will do that again. I don't think I'm going to get to do it this year, but next year when I go back to stitching fall, I would like to stitch another one like this. This is my backing fabric. And I trimmed it in a white velvet trim. This one was hard to pick trim color because the trims that I had didn't necessarily work, but the white did pop out the other white. So that's why I used white. Okay, that is all my fully finishes. Let me do my giveaway and then I will go on to my finishes. So last time I had souvenirs of summer, and you needed to say the word summer. You also needed to be a US resident, just because right now with the busy time, I don't need to go to the post office any more than I have to. So that, because you can't get postage online right now. At least I can't figure out how to do international posting online. The cheapest that I can do online is like $30 some, and it's not the right way to ship it. So like I go to the post office and it's like $3.50 to ship it versus doing it online. So clearly the online is not working. So you had to be US. The winner, this is from Random Comment Generator. You had to say the word summer. I had 245 entries, and Sherry Sandlin won. So congratulations, Sherry. Get a hold of me. I'm going to put my information down below, but my Instagram account is madebymichellemcgraw. You can send me a message, or you can email me at madebymichellemcgraw@gmail.com. Either way. So congratulations, Sherry. Okay, so the next one that I'm going to give away this week is by Teresa Kogert, and it is Newcastle Bouquet. Beautiful pattern, and if you would like this, you are going to say flowers in your comment. So somewhere in your comment, say the word flowers, and you'll be entered in to win this as well. Okay, and on this one as well, try to be, you have to be a US citizen or US mailing address so that I can send it to you through the mail and I don't have to go to the post office right now. While I'm running with everything with my girlfriend, I just want to make sure that I can get these out in a timely manner, and I'm not always able to get to the post office. So US for now. I will open it back up again soon when things calm down. So, okay. All right, let's get to my fully finishes. So I'm not sure which ones I showed you. Let me pull these apart because I have them all mixed up. I'm not sure which ones I'll show you. So for these sets, I'm going to show you all of them. First, I will show you the Prairie Schooler / Lizzie Kate one. So all of these are stitched on 14 count Picture This Plus Myrrh. And a lot of people, Myrrh, one of my tags said like Mira, M-I-R-A. One of them said M-I-R-E. So I'm not sure whether somebody did the tag wrong. I think it's M-I-R-E. Just so you know, I think that's what it is. It's Picture This Plus though. So the first one is Lizzie Kate, I Can Drive a Stick. And I think you guys have seen this one. I did change the floss color. It was supposed to be stitched in 310. I changed it to match the other ones, which you'll see coming up, in 3371. And I just wanted it to match. Now I have a couple sets that I can match all together. That's why I did that. So here is the chart. So really cute, simple. Let's see. These are the ones that I'm not sure if I showed you or not. So that's why I'm just going to throw them all up here since they all match. So this is Prairie Schooler. These are the mini cards. And this is the little, I call it crow because that's what it is. Same material. So they're all going to go together. This is the witch one. Let me see. I think I have that pattern up here. It doesn't matter because it's fully finished, so you can see it. That's the witch one. And I think this one I had showed you before, but I'm going to throw it up since it goes up in the set. That's the ghost one. So I'll be fully finishing all those, and they all kind of match. So I did all of those and they are done. Now, the next set that I'm going to show you, I need to show you, and I think I showed you one of them maybe. The inspiration came from the mysterious Halloween town from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. So as you can see, it's a whole little town there. I divided these up for my dobo, okay? So what I also did was I have taken Midnight Way, which is also another one of their patterns, and I divided that up. But I changed the colors of Midnight Way so they would match the Halloween town because I really, really, really love these colors. They're beautiful. So I have also stitched one more, which is, it's actually a whip, and I'll show you that afterwards. And I've changed the colors on that. So all of them are based on this one, on this color. And they're just from those patterns divided up. So here is the Ghost Riders Bookstore. So I just changed the colors however it worked for me. These are all stitched on 14 count Picture This Plus Murky. And I literally just went through and changed colors. So I didn't even always keep it like the same. I don't remember what the color of the shop was. Like if it was pink in the shop, I didn't always keep it the same. I used what I liked. So I did add these little like stars up here because they were on the Halloween town. So I added them to the other one. This is one from Midnight Way. This is one of the original ones from Halloween Town. So I'm calling this my Halloween Village because I'm going to have some houses and some businesses. So there's a little house. So cute. This one I think you guys have seen. This is the bakery, which is adorable. I love this. This is so cute. This is one from Midnight Way that I changed the colors on. And let me get that string off of there. This is Broomhilda's. Really cute. I like that too. This is Bats and Cats Pet Store. This was Midnight Way. This was the middle scene out of Halloween Town, which was the fence part. Love that. So I have created my own little Halloween village between those two patterns. I added a third pattern in, which is Pennies Potions from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. There's the original. And here is my, I'm not going to take it out of the stand because I literally was working on this before I filmed. And there is my change. So I do need to add in the black stars up top. I need to do the back stitching and finish the road down here for the little scooter. And then I'm done with that one. So that's my change. This was the original. I really, really, really have enjoyed this. Let me see if I can show you. This is Halloween Town. Those are all three of them that go together. Those are the original ones, the original colors. These are the ones I changed, and let me show you those all together, and I'll show you the pattern so you can see the difference. Where's that pattern at? Oh, down here. Okay, so this is the original pattern, the original colorway, and here's what I changed it to. So I have my own little village that I'm doing. This is in preparation to see how I like them fully finished as pillows. So I want to stitch the Hometown Holiday series, and I've been trying to think how I was going to fully finish them. And I thought I wanted them in a cube finish, and I've decided that I don't think I want them in a cube finish because the styrofoam would not fare well in the South, and I don't really have the storage to like store it. It would have to go in my attic, and they would literally disintegrate within 2 years in the South, in the attic. So this is kind of showing me I'm creating my own town, so to speak, with these Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery patterns. And I'll see how I like them as pillows and see whether that will work for the Hometown Holiday series. If you are new here, I am stitching a year of smalls for my dough bowl. And right now I'm working on fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving. Anything that's in that category I'm working on. At the beginning of July, I will start stitching Christmas. So I'm going to go full into Christmas mode, and I will be stitching Christmas the rest of the time. I have ornaments I want to do. I have the Hometown Holiday series. I have Glitter Village that I'm stitching with Katie. I just have a lot of Christmas that I want to stitch, so I am going to enjoy stitching on Christmas. I have enjoyed doing the Year of Smalls so much. I am not going to stop next year, I have decided, but I am going to work in some bigger projects. I've not totally figured out how I'm going to do that yet or how I want to do it, but I'm going to continue to stitch smalls because I'm enjoying it, and it's kind of twofold. I really like being able to stitch the smalls and move on, but I also, it's cleaning out my cabinet of some of these patterns that I've had for a long time, and I'm stitching them and using them, and I really like that too. So it's kind of twofold. I don't know, but I have decided I'm going to continue that into the next year. But I will start working in some of my larger projects that I have already started or want to start. Speaking of a want to start, I have a birthday start. Now, my birthday is not till the 21st of June, but I did start this yesterday just to get a little start on it. After all, if it's your birthday start, I'm pretty sure that you can start it anytime you want to. That's my theory anyhow. So this was a pattern that was my unicorn chart for a long time, and I was able to find it. I am still looking for, I think it's Esmeralda's house from the Bright Needle. I haven't found it yet, but this is Dollhouse from the Bright Needle. They are no longer in, I don't think they don't produce anymore. So you have to get them on the secondhand market somehow. I was able to get mine, if you can see. Is that not adorable? There's no rhyme and reason why I want to stitch this. It is so cute. It is so girly, and girly is not necessarily my style, but I love it. To me, it doesn't even look like it's solely a dollhouse. Like it could just be a house. I just love this. I don't know why. I just really, really love it. So I have kitted this up with the called for anchor threads, and I started this yesterday just to get a couple stitches in. I am using 36 count bisque from Lakeside Linens, and here is my very tiny start, but I will show it to you, which is a bird and the top of a chimney that I'm doing. My plan is that I will stitch this on the 21st, and I will do one room, and then I will put it away until the next month and try to do a room a month. That's my plan. Now we'll see if I do that, but yeah, this is 36 count. So, and I have a 3-inch border on here, so it's still pretty big. So I really, really like this. I had a couple different fabric options picked out, and I ended up going with the creamy fabric because I looked on Instagram under the hashtag, and I loved the creamy, like it's soft and it's muted and it's beautiful. So that is my birthday start. Like I said, I just started it a little bit, and I'm going to work on it more on the 21st and try to work on it around the 21st of each month, or once a month, pull that out and get a room done. All right, we are moving along today. I have haul, and it's just a potpourri of stuff. So here is some Picture This Plus fabric. See? There's the fabric I'm talking about. Now, there is 16 count in here, there is 18 count in here, and there might be 14 count in here. That's Lugana too. So I ordered this in several ones. Here's the deal. I ordered this like October 2020. Yeah. So I would recommend, if you are a fan of Picture This Plus, find it in stock somewhere, because this just now shipped. So I would not go directly to the source. I would find somebody that had it online already, because their wait times are a little excessive, I think. That's a really long time. Like, I got a notice that my stuff was shipping, and I was like, oh, great. What is it? Like, I couldn't remember what I ordered. I really thought it was more murky fabric. I was like, oh, maybe I'm getting more murky. Someday I will show you my collection of murky fabric, because I am cleaning out my fabric that I have. I have a filing cabinet, and that's where I put my fabric. And I have done the comic book fabric organizing system. Steel City Stitchers shows a good video on it. And I did that method for my blue, green, purple drawer that I have. I love it. It makes it so easy to find fabric. But that is not all of my fabric. I still have some in my craft room that needs to go in that drawer, but it's not going to fit. So I'm thinking about getting another filing cabinet to put beside it, so that I would have more storage for fabric. Okay, it's a hobby. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. My sister right now is rolling her eyes if she's watching this. She's like, oh my God. Because that's when she comes to my house and she's like, oh, Michelle, you have so much fabric. And I'm like, it's a hobby. As if that blanket statement makes it a-okay. And I stick with that every time. She's like, okay, more fabric that I didn't need, but I wanted. So Picture This, or no, Frosted Pumpkin had a restock, and I got some of their fabric. So this is crystal, oh, I guess they had it in 2 sizes. I got 14 count. It's just a cream. This is Pansy from Picture This Plus. Let's see. This is Sand that they had. I got the Pansy in Lugana as well. And I got the, I don't even know. This is linen. This is 28 count. So it's like a bluish. I don't know. I just picked up colors that they had in stock. I am a big Picture This Plus fan, but I think, like I said, you need to find it in stock. And then I got 2 new needle minders. I really like flat needle minders because my needle sticks to them really good. And so I picked up those 2 that I didn't have. I also got this little zippered pouch that they had. I think this was on sale too. So I like these little zippered pouches because when I have these little projects, I like to put the floss for that project in the little zippered pouch, and then I just keep pulling from it. When I'm done, I empty this pouch and put the floss away. But while I'm working on the project, it keeps the floss all in one spot. So that was on sale. Okay, now I have a hair itching me. Okay. I also got one of the thread holders that they had in stock. Now, I really, really like these for Mill Hill kits. I solely use them normally for Mill Hill kits. Mill Hill kits, if you've never done one, comes with like a light blue, a dark blue, a medium blue, and you have to sort those. Now they do have DMC numbers. So a lot of times I get my DMC chart out and I make sure that as I'm sorting them, the color that I'm sorting matches, because I have almost mistakenly used the wrong color in a Mill Hill kit because the colors are very similar. So I like to separate all of them and put them on one of these as I'm doing the kit, and then I pull from that. I do double check it with my DMC book just to make sure I have the right floss that I'm using. Just what I do. So I picked up one of those. My coloring cotton came in. This is my fabric of the month. This is for May. I get the 20 count Ada, and this is Garden Path. Really pretty neutral. I can take it out of the bag too. I love Coloring Cotton's fabric too. So, and sometimes I get Ada. Coloring Cotton, I changed it to Ada. Sometimes I get Lugana I used to get Lugana in the Coloring Cotton. I changed it to the Ada because I really wanted more 20 count, and they carried 20 count, so that's why I got it. I also got the May, this is the Brights one. I also get 20 count in it, and it was Kiwi. So those 2 pieces came in. This is from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This was part of my order. This is the Christmas wreath material and the floss and the buttons pack that they had. Now, why did I get that? Because I did finally order the Christmas wreath pattern. Now, this is a huge pattern. As you can see, this is like a couch pillow that they've done. I don't think I'm going to do it this way. I actually think I'm going to pull off pieces and do them as minis. So like this would be one mini, this would be a mini, this would be a mini, the little gingerbread. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I mean, I will always save the pattern if I wanted to do it as a wreath someday, but I really like the idea of picking it apart. So I bought that and I got the kit. Okay, this also came in. This is from Fat Quarter Club. This is May's, and it's strawberry and rhubarb petite. So there you can see all of them. I don't know how long I'll keep this club, but I like being able to get some of the materials and use them for a while. I'll probably end up having to stop it, in so many months because I'll have so much fabric and I can't stitch as fast as I can do fabric. But I really enjoy it because this is maybe, I really like this, but it's maybe not something I would have picked out. Next year, I'm thinking about doing either strawberries or beach for the summertime and having like a little shelf on my tiered stand of that. The last one is the May Snapshot from Fat Quarter Shop, and it comes with the fabric, which that looks really big. That's 10 count. Okay, I would not use 10 count on this. I would use a different fabric, but this is good for something. It comes with the floss and then the pattern. And this is from Pine Mountain Designs. So there's May. And that's a little club that I've gotten, and it all comes together from Fat Quarter Shop. Okay. Here are some charts that I picked up from various places. This is from Bent Creek Countryside. Really like that one. Teresa Kogert Tilly Goat. I think that's adorable. This is a little big. It's 111 by 111. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I would not stitch all this. I don't know. Is it stitched? I should probably look at that. I assume it is, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just fabric. Let's see. Ooh, there's a lot of pages for no bigger than it is. No, that's not stitched. Okay, so that would be fine. I would not stitch it either, because that would be a lot of blank stitching for no reason at all, but I really like these. Let me put it back in its envelope and I'll show you the other one. And then this is Wilbur. He's adorable. Like, that is the perfect Wilbur, is he not? He is so cute. This is from Scarlet House, Nice to Meet You. I just thought that was a cute little pillow. This is Acts of Kindness Pin Keep from Scattered Seed Samplers. And this is going to go in with my other Easter ones that I have from them. But I really liked it. Look at those little buddies. I liked those. So there was another Scattered Seed one that I want to do next year. And I'm going to add this to the pile. This one was enabled by Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, Reaping Love. I really like this one because you could put this out for Halloween or you could put this out for Valentine's Day. And I think that's so cute. So I did get that one. This is Red, White, and Bloom from Brenda Gervais. It's too late for me to do these. I'm already done with my Americana stitching, but it'll go in the pile for next year. I also got this sampler of the month. This is July. This is Old Glory from Pickle Barrel Designs. And then this one is from Stitching with the Housewives and To All a Good Night. Really cute. So that was my haul, my stitching. My plans are to finish the Halloween village that I'm working on, the last one in my village. That's a made-up term by me. There's no pattern that those that I showed you from the Frosted Pumpkin are three separate patterns. But I'm making it into a village. I'm going to finish that one. I would like to go get onto the Prairie Schooler Alphabet, the Indian corn one. I would love that for the fall. That is a beautiful one. I don't know how much of that I'll get done. Like I said, come July, I am moving on to Christmas. So I don't have too much more fall stitching. So right now, anything that I will start is something that I think I can finish, or I'm going to dig into my whips and see if there's a fall one that I think I can finish up. So that's kind of my plan for the rest of the time. I'm going to work on my birthday stitch on my birthday, which is Monday. Yes, I think so. Father's Day is this weekend. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers and grandfathers and uncles and all of the stepdads. So happy Father's Day to them. Yeah, I'm just going to be stitching and finishing. And I have worked on some quilting. I'm doing placemats, and I have the placemat quilted front and back together with the quilting inside. I have to cut it down and I have to bind it. I have never bound before. Is that a term? Somebody tell me. I don't know. I don't think that is. I think I just made that up. But I haven't put the binding on the placemat. But I figured 4 placemats was really good binding practice, and it was something that I could do myself, quilting it, because I don't have to send it off. I could do that on my machine because it's, you know, it's just a placemat. It's small. I can do that. So, and I've got to start using some of this fabric that I am hoarding, because not only do I show you cross stitch fabric that I'm hoarding, but I'm also hoarding fabric. And I say hoarding because that's what it is. I'm hoarding this fabric. I love fabric. I adore it. I like to get it. I need to use it. So placemats for everybody, if it works out. Yeah, everybody might be getting placemats for Christmas. I don't know. But I'm attempting it. Like I said, I did the first one to see if I could. Now I got to do 3 more to match, and then I got to bind them. They're for me. I'm not that concerned if I mess it up. It'll be good practice, but I would like to do my best if I can. So I'm working on that as well. So, all right, that's all I've got. We are 45 minutes in. So have a good rest of the week. It is Tuesday, so it's early in the week. So have a good rest of the week. Happy stitching. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon.